Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Allie and today I'm going to be doing a video that I'm super excited about. I placed an order with Glossier. I'm actually going to take my thumbnail now. And this is a brand that I've been wanting to order from for such a long time. I remember seeing an ad for them like forever ago on social media, like years, and seeing their phase 1 set back when that was the only thing that they sold. And it was like the Milky Jelly Cleanser, the Priming Moisturizer, and the Balm.com, and just being so intrigued like by the packaging and by their message, by their whole like less is more approach. And especially at the time, like I didn't wear a lot of makeup, so this brand just intrigued me so much. But then over time I kind of fell away from like the more like, you know, less is more to like full coverage, like all that stuff. So obviously with that, like wasn't really interested in what they had to offer. In the past little bit, my skin's really cleared up. I don't know if you can tell, but like I have some scarring right here that I'm working on, and then I always get active breakouts on my chin. But other than that, like my skin has been like amazing. I've been watching a lot of Alana Davison's videos like for a long time. Like she is one person, every time she uploads, watch every single one of her videos, and she's a big fan of Glossier. So, and also Serene Wu, she's another one. I watch her all the time, especially her Makeup Bag Monday series. And that, like, I love both of them, and they have recommended things from Glossier. But so I wanted to make sure I did some research because I got pretty much a full face. I forgot their highlighter. I actually like just forgot to put it in my cart. I had every intention to buy it, and I only bought like one everything just because I just didn't feel like there was a point to like. So I have already done my primer spray, which I always start with. So I use the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, chamomile, and lavender. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit. But for primer, I'm actually going to use something similar to the priming moisturizer, but it's like my favorite one. And it's the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. This is like my favorite primer of all time. I've gone through 2 of them. This is my 3rd one right now. And when I run out of it, I will for sure buy it. I'm working through some other primers right now, but like once I run out of those, like I really don't need much else. I need like a blurring primer and then this, and I'm good. And I like the Becca backlight though. I need to get a sip of coffee. Okay, let's zoom you in a little bit. So I want to give these products like the full benefit of the doubt. So like I'm not going to color correct. I'm not going to do all that. I'm only going to use like in terms of base products what's in here. The only reason I used my own moisturizer and didn't order theirs is because I really wanted to try these products with my own products, because when you're trying out a primer, like if the skin tint doesn't work, I don't know if it's because, you know, the primer didn't work or whatever. So I love the way they send everything. First of all, actually the box came damaged, and I was like, oh my god, like I was so upset. Let me fix this. But then I opened it up and realized it was in this, and I was very impressed. So what I'm gonna do, this is, and also just like their whole packaging is like so pretty. Like I love that whole, like their whole vibe. And there's also directions. So I'm gonna do half of it with my fingers because that's what it recommends, and I'm gonna do half of it with a brush because I saw Samantha Ravendahl do that. So it says to shake first, and it's blend upwards and outwards, and I always see the people on their little videos doing it a certain way. I need a mirror. I'm gonna have to wipe off my hands. I got the shade medium too. I heard that this runs a little bit light, and I was self-tanned when I ordered it, but not so much anymore. So I'm just gonna take my fingers. So upon first application, it feels really lightweight, which it should because it is lightweight. Gives a really dewy finish. But what's really crazy is normally with a dewier finish, it really accentuates the pores. But like, look at my pores on that side. Look at that side. I don't know if you can see the difference, but there is a difference. Wow. And that blended in so easy with my fingers. I don't know, I'll try the brush just for like the benefit of trying it, but I think I would apply this with my fingers instead of a brush. Where's my brush? And what I like to do is I like to take my brush, this is an e.l.f. buffing brush, and I like to spray it with a little bit of either setting spray or like priming spray. Blend it in that way. So I honestly like the side that I did my fingers with. So I am going to see if it layers up any. I can see how you would go through this very quickly. And this would be really good for mixing, I think. I'm going to definitely try that in like the coming weeks and stuff. Mixing this with other things, because at the very least I thought even if I didn't like it on its own, I would like it with mixing stuff, but so far I like it on its own. I am going to take a sponge and just like do what I always do with foundation if I use my hands or a brush, which is just kind of go over any areas that look a little streaky or uneven, which isn't very many. So on first impression, I really like it. It is, you know, very natural, but I went in expecting that, so I'm not like, oh my god, this gives me no coverage. Like, I knew it wouldn't. I also didn't get any skincare because I wanted to try it, you know, I wanted to try their makeup out first. For now, I'm going to put it back in their box because I just think it's so cute. So next, I have the Glossier Stretch Concealer. I got it in the shade Light. I think I have hair on my face. So I got it in the shade Light. It is a little bit dark, but you know, for a look like this, I'm not going to want to highlight. But it looks like it'll be good for color correcting, and I can also use it on top of some blemishes. Okay, and it says to take your finger, and I actually like swatched this stuff last night just to see. This was a really wet feeling formula, but I expected that. That was like kind of what the reviews had said. That's like one light layer. Oddly enough, that doesn't look like it blends with the skin tint. Which is strange because like they're made to go together. I like that. I'm gonna put it over that redness just a tad. I'm going to put it on my chin. I'm actually going to see, number one, see if it layers, and number two, see if I can use a sponge with it and see what happens when I do that. So it does layer, but I definitely like my finger better. Let's see. So I want to see if it layers with a finger. This I don't feel like I would go through very fast. I'm going to go ahead and put it on my eyelids too. Okay, so that's like the base. I really want to see how this wears throughout the day, because this would be nice for like days when I work or whatever, or if I'm in a rush. But if it slides all around, then obviously that wouldn't work. But we'll see. Feel the hair on my nose. Okay, so next I have the Glossier Cloud Paint. I got the shade Puff, which isn't a shade I normally wear. I have got to get this hair off my nose. Oh, this is definitely going to be one of those products that Stefan cannot climb all over me because I'll get his hair everywhere. Alright, so I'm just going to take the tiniest amount, even though this is too much, I believe. That's the shade. It's like a cooler tone pink. Let me make sure I'm in focus. Stefan stepped on my... It says to apply this with your fingers, so I'm going to try it with my fingers, but also with a brush. But not a brush, a sponge. I feel like that rubbed off a lot of foundation. Let me see what it does with a sponge. Good with fingers. Looks better with fingers. I think because my cheeks are so red already that I'm just a little like, ugh. It's also hard to get placement, or at least for me, when I do creams, like placement for blush, because I feel like no matter where I put it, it's not gonna look good. So I don't mind it. Probably wouldn't wear it with this type of coverage, but I want to try this again, obviously. My other foundations and such. Alright, so now I have something I'm really excited about. This is the Glossier Wowder Powder. This almost inspired me to place an order when this came out, but I didn't. So this is what it looks like. I actually tried to open it and powder was flying everywhere, so I'm going to try it again. And again, it looks a little dark, but I think everything is so like sheer coverage that even though it looks dark, it'll be okay. So it has that little net, which I've never tried before. All of the loose powders I have don't have this net. So I'm actually going to do under eyes with a brush, and I'm going to take, this is a Moda contour brush, and I'm going to take this really lightly under the eyes to set. And I do want to mention I'm going to try this different ways as well. Everything I'm going to try in this video I'm going to try again in different ways, but especially like I don't wear loose powder under my eyes normally, but I wanted to for this because, you know, for the sake of trying it. And then I'm going to take my sponge and dip into the powder, set the rest of my face. Wow, that like mattified completely. And it seems like just from like judging from the range, they do try to accommodate like multiple skin types. And so it's like cool that even though a lot of these products are dewy, like this powder is super mattifying. So like you could be oily and still wear it. I don't know if I like this netting though. Aside from the packaging, I'm loving the way this powder looks, and I'm not using a whole lot, and I'm getting a really nice finish. Concealer is so emollient. I'm getting more on my hands than I'm even getting on the sponge, which is kind of frustrating, but alright. So this is the powder, like everything with the powder on. I really like it so far. I'm liking everything so far. So I like this. I'm gonna try, I'm just so excited. Like, you guys don't know how excited I was to get this package. It's ridiculous. Alright, I'm going to do my brows next. I'm going to use the Glossier Boy Brow. I got the shade Blonde, which I probably could have gotten lighter, but ooh, I like that shade a lot. Okay, this is going to sound crazy because I know that this seems like it's just a brow gel, but it calls itself a brow pomade, and I didn't really know what that meant until trying it. It has a thicker consistency than most brow tints do. So like it's almost filling in sparser areas while also like separating them but also volumizing them. Like it looks really nice, and it layers well too. But you can see like it is just a thicker, when you take it out of the tube, it's just a thicker formula than what you're probably used to. It does feel heavy on the brows, but I'm sure it dries down. I'm not concerned with it. So far that's a winner too. That was one of the things I was most excited about. Alright, so I do have one of the Glossier lid stars. I'll probably end up using my bronzer for the transition. But I got, oh, this is the mascara. This is the lid star. I got the shade Fawn. It's like a taupey purpley shade. So I put concealer on my lids, but I didn't set them. So we'll see how this goes. I've heard these are super, super sheer. And they kind of blend away, but I'm going to use my fingers as usual. Hold the phone. I love this. That is gore. Like, I don't need anything else. I don't need anything else. That is so pretty. I'm excited to see how it sets. I have really oily eyelids, so I'll have to see how it lasts, but holy shit, I think that is stunning. Like, this is something I would wear. Like, I'm going out to dinner with my husband for our anniversary. Like, I would wear this out. Like, I definitely added too much to this eye, so I'll have to clean that up. But I mean, like, that's so easy. I did nothing for that. Like, and I got basically a smoky eye. So that's really great, and I'm excited about that. I'm actually going to I'm going to put some on the lower lash line and see if I can, maybe, where did it go? There it is. For that, I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. When I blended this on my hand, I was really concerned that I was going to get like no pigment, and then from hearing everyone talk about it, and it probably definitely depends on the shade, but for me, like, this is such a good like one and done type of eyeshadow. Like, I am just so impressed. I'm trying to clean off this brush so I can. Seems like they're pretty much set. This definitely is messy, but I don't care. Okay, I'm going to veer off for a second because I do need to do bronzer and highlight. I'm actually going to show you guys a bronzer I've been trying out that I've been loving. It's the Makeup Geek bronzer in Sunkissed, and I got this from Target. My Target ended up having the Makeup Geek stuff, and I've been loving this bronzer. It's so buildable and like so gorgeous. I normally do bronzer first instead of blush, but I feel like I look a little clowny on camera, but I swear in real life it doesn't look that like that. I've been using this Aesthetica brush that I got in a BoxyCharm. It's the P12. And it's just like, it doesn't have any like powder kick up, so you really have to kind of dig in to get it, which is kind of a good thing because you can go wild with it and it doesn't. And I probably could have gone a shade up. That's what the shade looks like. It's gorgeous and I love it, and I actually still need it, so I don't know why I'm closing it. For highlight, I kind of want to go in with this. I did set my face, but it feels like I can still feel it, if that makes sense. Like, still feel the foundation and stuff. So this is the ColourPop highlight in the shade Lunch Money. I'm gonna set my face with some setting spray. I'm actually, what do I want to use? I'll use this one. This is the Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1. I'm gonna spray it really far away because Lord knows it's like a water park. Ouch. I like the formula of this spray. I would just wish they would change the sprayer. So I always have to go in with a sponge after and fix it. And so I'm really excited about this. This is what inspired me to place the order this time around. It's the Glossier Lash Slick. And I also want to tell you guys, this set completely, like, there's not transfer. Like, it still feels a little bit like not dry, but there's not transfer. Alright, this is a rubberized wand, which isn't my favorite, but okay, so this mascara is like a true blue, like, lengthening mascara. It doesn't add like any volume, which I'm used to, but it makes my lashes look really long. It does layer well. It took about 3 coats to get it to where it is now, but honestly, I think it looks nice. My eyelashes look really big. It makes my eyes look open, so I really like it. And in terms of like, if this lasts and doesn't flake, I've been really looking for a new mascara, so if this works, like, that would be awesome, especially since it's less expensive than other high-end mascaras, but I think that looks good. Alright, so now I have the Glossier Generation G Sheer Matte Lipstick in the shade Leo. I don't know how Leo's going to go with this look. I should have gotten Cake. That's the one I wanted, but I like chickened out for some reason. That's pretty. It is sheer. So I think I'm going to zoom you guys out and give you some final thoughts on what I think of the makeup, together and separately. Okay, so this is the final look, and I have some opinions, and I think, like, when you're looking at my look right head on right now, it's not like my favorite look I've ever done, just because it was such a sheer tint, which I totally 100% expected. I knew it was going to be sheer. I'm not complaining about it. Honestly, I actually like it a lot. But the thing is, on top of it being sheer with that blush, and I already have redness on my cheeks, that is kind of like throwing me off a little bit. If I could go back, I probably, this would be one that I would not wear blush with. I would just wear like bronzer. So there's that. I need to blend it down the neck a little bit. It is too dark for me, but honestly, it's not that dark. It's not that dramatic. So with that being said, because of that, because my cheeks look so red, it makes my eyes look kind of ridiculous, like I'm so done up, and then the lips look a little bit ridiculous. It kind of doesn't like mesh together, which is fine, because separately I really like all the components. I'm like in love with this eyeshadow. Like I cannot get over it. I think it's so pretty, and it just gives like a really nice like one and done. You don't have to think about it. I would love to place another order and get more of those lid stars because I think they are so nice. The boy brow I love as well. I think my eyebrows look amazing. The lipstick I really like as well. It is like a sheer matte formula. I need to zoom you guys in even more. Good lord, like you guys can't see anything. The skin tint, like I already said, I really like it. I think it gives just enough coverage, like if you have like redness and stuff. And this would be the perfect everyday like type of thing, and it would probably be good to mix. Also, I'm really impressed with the way my pores look. Like my pores, I did not use a pore filler at all. I used that priming moisturizer, but my pores look really small, which normally doesn't happen with foundation. What else did I try? Oh, the cloud paint. I'll need to try that out a little bit more, but in terms of formula, it was really easy to work with. It blended on in 2 seconds. If I could go back, I would get a different color. The color isn't like 100% my favorite thing. The concealer I think is nice. It just seemed like it didn't go with the skin tint. Like it kind of like clashed with like the formula. So I'm interested in trying it by itself. The Wowder is amazing. I don't know where I put it, but the Wowder is like probably one of like the standout products beside the Lid Star, because it really does like, it takes that really wet emollient foundation and concealer and mattifies it, but I can still like, my skin still feels a little bit tacky, but not like overly so. And so I really like it. The mascara, I want to layer it with something else because I keep finding myself like every time I look I want more. I don't know how much more I can layer. And it's really lengthening and stuff. It just, I don't know. It's just not the best mascara I've ever tried in my life. But overall, like, I don't know. I like it so far. I'm gonna keep trying it out and see what I think later. But thank you guys so much for watching. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.